Namaste everyone. Today I thought I will not take session of any vegetable as particular because I am getting many requests on completing things that how to start a terrace garden, because many of the people, they have understood how to start growing this vegetable or any kind of a fruit, but the basic things what we had to keep it in mind, that is little confusing, and many queries I am getting for that. So today I thought ki let us discuss a few basic points which has to be considered before you plan to start a terrace garden. So might be this video will be a little longer, so we'll try to make it in two parts, so it will be easier for you to understand each and every aspect of terrace gardening. So the first and foremost thing what I have noted it down was the sunlight. So whenever you plan to have a terrace garden, make sure you observe the availability of the sunlight in your terrace. Sometimes in few of the terraces the sunlight only you get in the morning hours, in few terraces you get only in the afternoon hours, whereas in some people the availability is there throughout the day. Now depending on the number of hours you get sunlight on your terrace, you have to plan your garden. If you get more number of sunlight, suppose for more than 4 to 5 hours, or minimum you can say 4 hours if you are getting, then yes, you can start planning of vegetables and fruit garden. Now suppose you get sunlight somewhere around within 1 to 3 hours, then you have to go for plants which need very minimal or filtered sunlight. After that, one more class comes where you don't get sunlight at all, or just brightness is there in the sun. So we have to go for plants which are shade loving plants, or the plants which can survive or thrive in less sunlight also. So what are those categories, what all is there, that whenever I'll be covering the vegetables, I'll be mentioning in particular that this vegetable or this plant needs how much of sunlight, so it will be very much clear to you. So the first point, whenever you plan to start your terrace garden, make sure before 1 week you go to your terrace at different intervals to just check that what time, how much quantity of sunlight your terrace receives. Okay. Now the second thing is season. Whenever you people watch videos or somebody suggests you in any of the WhatsApp or Facebook group that this is the way to grow anything, but you have to be very particular the area where you stay, what kind of a season is there. Might be something we are able to grow in Bangalore, in southern part of India, but it is not applicable to the northern part of India. So you have to understand that which area you are staying right now and what kind of a climate is there, what are the things you can grow in that particular climate, either that particular time or in the coming of whichever months ahead. So make sure your planning should be according to the season also. So it will be very like if summers are there, you can grow all the melons and creeper varieties vegetable, whereas in winters we go for more of fruits and greens and herbs like that. So you have to plan seasonally, otherwise what happens, what you sow the seeds, you put in so much of effort, but because of the season, the selection of the seeds were not correct, so all the efforts go in waste. So make sure you just go through the season and the things what can be grown in that particular time in your area. Now the third and the most important thing, the fear people have, that my terrace, if I put more number of plants, whether the waterproofing is required, or after few days the water what it gets collected at the base of the pot, will it affect the ceiling of my house, or some other problem, the waterproofing is not done, but the construction or the you can say the flooring will get damaged, and in such things, so many things people have doubts regarding that. So for that, what you have to do, the first and foremost thing, yes, waterproofing is required, you get it done before you plan to go for a terrace gardening if you want to plan a keeping the plants. Now nowadays many stands are available that can be made either from the bamboo or PVC pipes or iron stands, or many different kinds of planters are also available which are attached to the stand, so that the basic concept is if they are attached to the stand, they are little above from the ground. So water storage or water, you can say, collection of the pots under the pot won't be there, so it will be dried fast, so there won't be any problem of water leakage. So make sure whenever you plan to have a pot, sometimes pot they are attached with the stand, sometimes if the stand is not there, make sure some bricks or pipes or bamboo, something you keep below the pots, so that the water collection should not be there below your pots. Now one more point is very important, that is the weight distribution. Sometimes we keep buying the plants and we wherever the place is empty in our terrace, we start putting the plants here and there. So make sure whenever you plan your terrace, whichever the walls are there, near your walls or the four walls, you try to keep the plants which are on a heavier planters. You can say suppose the fruit plants, or which are the perennial plants, which every 3 to 4 months, like vegetable plants, we don't have to uproot them. So those kind of plants, generally we plant it in a bigger container, so those should be towards the wall. It should not be at the center of your terrace. So what happens, as they are near the walls, they are on the pillars, so the weight distribution can be properly managed. The smaller planters can be kept in the center or near to those bigger ones. Only thing you have to keep it in mind is that the heavy planters, the fruit plants or your drums or any bigger planters what you are keeping, they should not be in the center, they should be either above the pillars or near to your walls. So the balance of the you can say equally distributed the weight of the pots to on your terrace. One more thing is people keep asking about the containers. Suppose it's a ground floor, then yes, you can go for earthen pots or ceramic pots. Suppose it's on a higher floor, so it's difficult for people to carry the containers. So for that, nowadays you can see plastic pots are there, fibrous pots are there, your grow bags are there, your sacks are there, or many lightweight planters are also available in the market. So make sure, depending on the floor you are staying, and it is easier for you to shift sometimes depending on the seasons, depending on the you can say the rainy season, we tend to shift our planters here and there. So it should not be very difficult if the planter is too heavy. So keeping that in mind also, plan your garden. If some people have too much of backache or some problem with their knee or something, it's difficult for them to bend and do some work, so you can raise your planters by keeping some stand, or the planters also nowadays, as I told you, you can get it with the stands. So try planting on them, make a raised beds, so it will be easier, you don't have to bend too much to do your gardening. Okay. Then the topic comes about your growing medium. Initially when we were childhood, the only medium what we had seen was only garden soil or compost. But now because of this urbanized section, you can see again the apartments and all are there, number of floors are many, so it's difficult for everyone to lift that heavy potting mix to any of the floor wherever you are staying. So it's easier if the potting mix is lighter for you to carry it, and for doing repotting also, because vegetable, as I said, 3 to 4 months the harvest time will be there, so it will be easier for you to repot if the potting mix is also lighter. Okay, so that is one thing. So for doing that, what you have to do is you can increase the amount of compost, coco peat or perlite in your potting mix, so that it becomes lighter. Okay, so these were the basic things which we had completed, just as when you say you are in the stage of planning. Still few more are there that I'll be completing in the next video. So thank you for watching me. Thank you.